morning. And feel free, you can have your knees bent or straight, whatever works best for your body. And we'll take a pause and just find your breath. Tune into how you're feeling this morning. Letting go of any expectations, self-judgment. Just accepting the present moment, just right here, right now. If you're able, I invite you to breathe in through your nose and out through nose or mouth. As you breathe in, perhaps notice the rise of your belly, and a gentle 360-degree expansion of your rib cage, and then exhale, release, relax. Take an opportunity just to feel the air on your skin and the support underneath your back and feet and any other areas of your body that are in contact with the ground. And then from here, we can go ahead and just take a nice big old stretch. So perhaps reach the arms overhead behind you, reach the legs out straight, and just take a big long stretch, making yourself 2-3 inches taller in your mind's eye for just a moment. And then release, bend the knees back up, and you can release the arms back down by your sides. Perhaps it feels good to hug your knees into your chest for a moment. And so just hugging the knees in, take a little side to side rock if that feels okay on your back. And then we can release the left leg out straight, and let's keep the right knee hugged into you. So right knee to chest, left leg out straight. And then we can reach that right foot up towards the sky, any amount. It's okay if the knee doesn't straighten all the way. Just take a little ankle pumping motion here, maybe some ankle circles. And then changing sides, so hugging left knee to chest. And just initially hug that knee in. And then we can reach the left foot up any amount, perhaps taking a little ankle pumping motion, some ankle circles, whatever feels good here. And then go ahead and bend your knees with the feet on the ground, moving into a bridge. So pressing into your feet, lifting your hips here. Perhaps you want to wiggle the shoulder blades together underneath you. Just find an opening across the front of the hips, activating through your thigh muscles. And then releasing the arms if they're interlaced and lowering the hips. Just take a little side to side windshield wiper motion here just to release tension in your low back and your hips. And then we're going to take one more bridge, this time a half butterfly position. So feet together, knees are just a bit wide, and then we're taking our bridge here. And then we can lower back down and take the feet hip distance apart again, and a little windshield wiper motion back and forth. Relax, release through your neck and your hips and your back. Breathing in, breathing out. And now let's shift over to a side of choice, and then we're going to come on up to hands and knees. And so we'll have hands on this end, feet on the back end. And so finding hands and knees. Maybe you need to kind of spread out your sand a little bit to find a good place for your hands to rest or your knees. And let's find some cat and cow here. So on the inhale, we're letting the navel drop downward. On the exhale, we're rounding the spine upward. Feeling free to move at your own pace here and just working to connect your whole spine. So tailbone all the way up to crown of head. Can you sense the whole spine gently moving? Feel free to take a little side to side motion too if that feels good to you. Maybe like a C shape and then a backwards C shape. And then we can find stillness for a moment. Give your wrists a little wiggle, a little shake, and then we'll take the right leg and reach it back behind you. And I think our feet might slip if we do that one. So let's go ahead and lift the back leg instead. So we're lifting that back leg, and then we'll take the left arm and reach it forward if you'd like to. Bracing through belly muscles here, so we're supporting our low back. And then let's change sides. Left leg, right arm. Reaching the leg back. And then back in, changing sides, one more time each side. Right leg reaches back strong, left arm forward, thumb angled up if that works. And back in, left leg, right arm. And then back in. Let's find a child's pose here so we can take knees a bit wide, heels together, just rocking the hips back any amount. You can reach your fingertips forward any amount. If it bothers shoulders, feel free to just rest through your elbows and your forearms. Otherwise, enjoying a couple of breaths here. As you exhale, just feel a lengthening of your spine, tailbone all the way out through the crown of your head. And then we're finding our way upright to hands and knees. We can tuck our toes and we'll find down dog here. So shifting the hips upward. The heels don't have to touch the ground. Feel free to bend your knees a bit. Maybe it feels good to pedal one heel and then the other, just to take a little calf stretch as we welcome the calf muscles to the practice this morning. Maybe the hamstrings too. And then from here, finding stillness, let's shift forward into plank or kneeling plank, your choice. And then lifting the hips back to down dog. Breath in, breath out. One more time, shifting, lifting the heels, shifting forward towards plank or kneeling plank. Lifting the hips and back to down dog. Breath in, breath out. And then walking our feet towards our hands, bending through the knees a bit. Let's rise up to stand, taking a stretch upward. And then we can interlace the arms or keep them apart, your choice, and leaning towards our left. And back to center, over towards the other side. And back to center, arms to heart center, folding forward. Stepping your right leg back long. We'll rise up to find your high lunge here. So right leg back, letting the shoulders sink away from the ears, finding length through your upper body, just taking in the surrounding breeze. Steadying our breathing. And then arms to heart center here, reaching down towards the ground. Right arm plants, left arm can lift for a twist. And we're untwisting, stepping back to plank or kneeling plank. And then we're gonna lower to belly. You're welcome to do that with your knees down if you prefer. Taking a little inhale, cobra, so upper body lifts. Little tuck of the chin, shoulders pulling away from your ears. And back down. One more that way. Inhale, opening through the chest. Exhale, back down. And now pressing our way back upright, tucking toes, down dog. Inhale, exhale. And then walking our feet forward towards our hands, bending through the knees all the way up to standing. Wiggling the feet together, arms overhead, leaning towards your right. Back to center, leaning towards your left. Back to center, arms to heart center, folding forward. Left leg is going to step back. And we're making our way up to that high lunge with the left leg behind this time. Breathing in, breathing out. And arms to heart center. Reaching down towards the ground. Left hand can plant, right arm lifts for a twist. And we're untwisting, stepping back to plank, kneeling plank or child's pose, and then lowering to belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back down. Tucking toes, we're pressing back up, finding our down dog. Breathing in, breathing out. And then walking our feet forward towards our hands. Feel free to bend the knees as you get closer. We'll find our chair pose here. You're welcome to adjust the arms if they feel better by heart center or in front of you. Totally fine. And then all the way to standing, a stretch, and arms to heart center. Stepping our right leg back, we'll find our warrior one. So back heel is down, toe is out a bit. And then we can reach the arms up to find our warrior one arms, or any other arm position is fine. Feeling strong through our legs. We'll take a little chest opener here so we can cactus the arms down, pulling the shoulder blades down and together. And then finding arms to heart center. Turning this into a warrior three so we can lift that back heel and then a little pivot forward onto that back leg, or the front leg, excuse me, as your back leg lifts. And then we're drawing the right leg in to meet the left leg. Take a little side to side shift, just getting our weight back underneath us, both legs, and then an inhale, overhead reach. Exhale, fold forward, and we'll take a little stretch, hang here. You can keep knees bent. Just let the head relax. Taking a pause here to let the back part of your body lengthen. And then softening through the knees all the way up to standing again. Arms to heart center. Left leg is going to step back as we find that warrior one. So left leg steps back, warrior one. Finding a nice deep breath in and out here. And then we can cactus the arms down, opening through the chest, pulling the shoulders away from the ears. And then arms to heart center, lifting that back heel, shifting into our warrior three. And then we can draw left leg in to meet right leg. Again, just take a little side to side weight shift, getting both legs equally underneath you again. And then inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, folding forward. Right leg is going to step back long. And we're going to pivot towards your right to find warrior two. So we come on up and do a little spin move. So you're going to face that tree, which by the way is an almond tree. The left knee bends, right knee is straight. So if we look down, we want to see the left knee bent, toes are kind of angling off towards the beach area. Right knee straight, toes are angling forward. Letting shoulders sink away from the ears here. And we'll turn this into our triangle pose. So straightening up your left knee a bit, we can turn palms up and then shift towards your left and then down for triangle. Right arm reaches up towards the sky, tucking the tailbone here, pulling the right shoulder away from your ear. And then let's bend your left knee and we can take left elbow towards thigh. Maybe that right arm wants to reach up and further over. It may or may not go. Just take it to where your shoulder allows. Get that nice long side stretch. And then back up through warrior two. And let's reverse the warrior. Right arm reaches down, left arm reaches up, left knee can stay bent. And then back around, warrior two. Taking arms to heart center, we're gonna pivot your left heel so that we're kind of in that wide leg position. There we go, yep. And then softening through the knees, we can reach down for the ground here and take a hamstring, back of the leg, or inner thigh stretch. Perhaps you want to take a little inner thigh stretch, meaning you're bending one knee, bending the other. You can stay high or you can come low for our malasana. Or not our malasana, our inner thigh stretch. We'll do malasana next. And if you're doing inner thigh stretch on one side, feel free to take the other side. And then eventually back to center. And then we can heel toe the feet a bit closer in. Feel free to roll on up. Now we'll take our malasana. So if we're taking care of knees and hips, we can stay higher. This one is where you're taking arms to heart center and then you're sitting the hips back, pressing the knees out, hanging out here. If that doesn't work for you, stay high. That's totally fine. Work that squat with a nice long straight spine. If we're all the way down, we're opening through the chest, a little tuck of the chin, trying to relax the ankle creases, trying to relax the hip creases. We have a nice way of coming out of this so we don't load those knees. So just lean into your hands, take some pressure off the knees, and then we can straighten on up and roll on up. Nice job. Take a couple shoulder shrugs, wiggles, arms to heart center. We'll step to the top edge of the mat facing this direction. From here, folding forward. And then we're gonna step your left leg back long. And we're doing that little spin move to face left in Warrior Two. So now your right knee will be bent, left knee will be straight. And we're facing that direction, you got it. Letting the shoulders sink away from the ears. Finding strength here in our Warrior Two. Breathing in, breathing out. And then we can straighten that right knee, turning palms up, shifting towards the right and down for triangle. Tucking the tailbone, so towards your right, towards the beach, yep. Left arm reaches up. And then we're bending that right knee. Right elbow can come towards thigh if you'd like. Left arm up and over for our side angle or extended side angle here. And then back up Warrior Two. Let's reverse the warrior. So left arm comes down, right arm reaches up, right knee is bent. And then we're coming back around to Warrior Two. We're skipping our wide leg stuff, so we'll take arms to heart center, and then just pivot back around to face me, so we're facing front, top edge of the mat. Again, and we'll move into a little bit more with balance. So rooting through your left, yep, that's your left leg. We'll take your right leg and lift it, cross it over, finding our figure four. So sitting the hips back, lengthening through your spine, a little tuck of the chin, finding a spot to gaze on that doesn't move. As you're ready, coming back to 2 feet. Take a pause and let it go. Whatever happened on that leg, totally fine. Onto the other leg. So rooting through your right leg, lifting left. Crossing over. Sitting the hips back. So we're hinging at the hips. We get that long spine. Open through the chest and a little tuck of the chin. Perhaps we notice side to side differences too. Maybe one's a little easier than the other, or maybe we get more of a hip stretch on one side compared to the other. And then back to 2 feet. Nice job. Just take a little side to side wiggle. We'll take our tree pose next. Rooting through your left leg. Let's take tree pose, lifting your right. You can take that right foot to calf or to inner thigh, whatever works best. Option to keep your arms down or take them overhead. Finding your breath here. Nice calm breath as the body works to balance. Center onto the other side, rooting through your right foot, taking tree pose, left foot lifts. heart center, back to 2 feet. Take a little side to side weight shift, maybe a little shoulders up to your ears, roll them back, relax them down. And then arms to heart center as we find the top edge of the mat again. Taking an inhale, overhead reach. And exhale, folding forward. Take a pause here as you're stretching for a sec. And then from here, we're gonna step back to our down dog again. So feel free to take one leg and then the other back. Breathing in, breathing out. And then we're gonna inhale, lifting the right leg up behind you. And then draw that knee forward between your elbows for a pigeon stretch. So you can kind of bring the knee forward, you got it. And then feel free to adjust the back leg, kind of shimmy it back long. And then you can stay high or you can come low here for our pigeon stretch, your choice. And we can slowly shift our way back upright. We'll tuck your back toe, lifting the knee, and then we make space to bring that right leg up behind you. Maybe you want to take it back into a little three-legged dog stretch here, and then lower back down. And then let's change legs. So left leg lifts, and then we're drawing that knee forward and setting up for pigeon on this side. Just notice any side-to-side differences. Allow your body to rest, relax, stretch. As you feel ready, you can make your way back upright. We're tucking that back toe, and then again shifting the left leg behind us, and then back to down dog. From here, we're going to shift forward on into plank and then to belly. So you're welcome to lower knees down if you prefer. From belly, taking our locust pose, fingertips towards hips, palms down. A little tuck of the chin. We're lifting the upper body and then the lower body. And then forehead to fist, just rest for a moment. You can bend your knees and just take a little side to side wiggle with those legs. Let the forehead relax, the neck muscles relax. Just feel your breath as you're breathing and the belly presses into the ground. And then we can release the legs out straight. We've got one more on our belly here. So taking our goalpost arms, pulling shoulders away from ears, and then we'll see if we can get wrists a little higher than elbows. And you get credit for thinking about it, even if they don't go. And then shifting the arms forward, thumbs up in like a V shape. And again, forehead to fists, bend your knees and just breathe, relax. Turn off those neck and shoulder muscles. An intentional relaxation through the neck, through the shoulders, those muscles that you're usually on a bit more than they need to be. And then we can release, and let's make our way back upright to a seated position. We'll take both legs out in front from our seated position. And then from here, let's take a little leg lift with your left leg. We're gonna lift, tap it out to the side, and back in. And again, tap, and back in. And change sides. Lift another side. Nice job. And then taking your left leg, we'll bend it, cross it over righty, and then just work the sit bones down nice and equal here. Finding length through your spine. If it feels okay and you want to add the twist, you feel free. You can twist towards your left. So your left arm will come down, right arm can kind of hook on your leg. You got it. And then unwinding, changing sides, finding length through your spine, equal sit bone pressure. If you want, you can add that twist towards your right. And then unwinding. Let's go ahead and shift onto our back. Once we're there, we'll have both knees bent. And we're gonna cross the right leg over the left. So eagle legs, hugging the thighs together. So on our back, right leg over left, with the knees bent. And then just let the knees fall towards your left from this position. Maybe arms can come down by your sides. And then as we're taking a gentle stretch here, just find your breath again. Check in, allow yourself to relax and to release. Maybe it's tension through your neck that you're holding on to, or maybe you feel it all in that outer hip or low back. Just kind of take a pause to observe with curiosity and notice areas that you're feeling stretch. Or maybe the areas that you feel still have some tension. Could be your jaw, could be behind your eyes. Feeling free to slowly draw your knees back towards midline here. We can uncross the leg, and then let's actually just take one bridge between sides. So just a little pelvic reset, a little hip reset, one little bridge up and down. And then we can take the left leg, cross it over the right, hugging the thighs towards each other, and we're letting the knees fall towards your right. Settling in with your breath here, relaxing your body. Slowly shifting your knees back towards midline. We can uncross. Let's take another bridge here, just a small little reset, up and down. And then bracing through our belly muscles, let's reach our arms up overhead with the palms facing each other, reaching the thumbs down towards the ground behind you. So just taking a shoulder stretch here. Maybe they touch the thumbs, maybe they don't. We're not letting the back arch though, we're keeping the back down. And then arms can come back down by your sides. One more time, reaching the arms up overhead, keeping the spine pressed flat to the ground. And then arms can come back down by your sides. And then taking a butterfly stretch here, feet together, knees wide. Just allowing your body to tune into some gentle diaphragmatic breathing. Belly up on the inhale, belly down on the exhale. And just take a couple breaths here before moving into our Shavasana. Welcome to hold this longer, or if you want to, you can take your legs out straight, you can keep them bent. Shavasana is where we just take a moment to integrate the whole practice, and you get to just try to relax. And so if you want to give yourself permission to be on a side or sitting, that's fine too. Any other position that you're comfortable with. My voice projects a little easier so when I'm sitting, so I'm going to sit for this part, but you guys are welcome to stay on your back. And just take an opportunity to bring your awareness back to your breath and your whole body all connected here for a moment. We're going to go through just a little progressive muscle relaxation to finish off our class. From head to toe, and so bringing your awareness initially to your facial muscles. I invite you just to scrunch them up for a moment. Nobody's watching, just scrunch those facial muscles all together and then relax completely. Just allow your body to feel that difference between tension and relaxation. Now we'll bring our awareness to the neck muscles and scrunch the shoulders up towards the ears. Squeeze for a few seconds and then relax. And perhaps relax again, just in case they didn't quite relax we'll take our awareness to your whole right arm, and just whatever position that arm is in, squeeze all the muscles in that right arm. Tense them all up and relax, release. Allow that arm to feel heavy. Notice the difference between tension and relaxation. And now the left arm, the whole left arm. Squeeze all the muscles in that left arm. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And relax, release. Feel the heaviness of your left arm. And now we're turning our awareness to our back muscles, our whole back. So just tensing all your back muscles, whatever that means to you. Tense the back muscles. And release. Relax. And now our front, our abdominal area, our organs. Tense your abdominal muscles, your organs, whatever you can tense on the front side of your body, tense it. And relax. Release. And now the right leg, the whole right leg, whatever position it's in, squeeze, tense, relax, release. Now the left leg, the whole left leg, whatever position it's in, squeeze all those muscles. Tense, squeeze, and release. Take an opportunity now just to notice your whole body. Allow it to relax, allow it to release. Allow yourself to feel a little bit of that difference between relaxation and tension. Now I invite you to bend your knees if they're out straight. And we can slowly shift and make our way back upright to a seated position. If you want to roll to your side and then come on up to sitting, that might be an easier way to make yourself back up, or take yourself back up against gravity. Finding length through your spine here once you're upright. Taking a deep breath in, pause at the height of your inhale, and then just take a long exhale, long as you can make it. We'll do another breath that way. And then just shift into a natural breath pattern, whatever feels natural to you. Take our arms to heart center as we close out our class this morning. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice with me this morning. Namaste.